the one I'm being sent to, because this stuff is all very, very dangerous. But I just kind of want to get a sense of what are the things that we can find around here. Okay. They have ents for every kind of dangerous plant life. Yeah, run older games. Enter large areas, see the game saving text appear, and the music stopped. Yup. Just like, okay. Okay, nope.
Got no pack space for that.
Okay, so it's just a generic broadhead quiver. I've already got an enchanted one. Hey, buddies. Hey, all y'all. Come on. Everybody into the center. Okay, that thing makes my magic items more magic. I want the one that makes items magic at all. So... okay, let's take a quick look here. Alright, we've looked around most of this place here, except for this little bit down here. I just want to kind of get a sense of what are all the things we can find in this zone. Okay, so I think at this point, we found everything we can find in this zone. I mean, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, that one path we didn't walk down. Okay. We're going to go to the Red Veil now. Oh, no, I guess there's no checkpoint near there, so we're just going to have to walk to the Red Veil. Hey, Romanump, welcome. I decided not to program today because, I'm still kind of on vacation. When we say Diablo clone, I would say this is, when Blizzard lost the path of what Diablo games were supposed to feel like to be fun, Grinding Gear found it. So these guys are making I would say less a Diablo clone and more the heir to the feel of the original Diablo games. Oh, yeah. If you've seen Noah Caldwell Gervais' video on the Diablo series, how many clicks does it take to get the center of Diablo? He shows off the butcher fight from the first game, which was a boring fight to watch, but in the moment is terrifying. Player experience is important.
Remnants of man's folly lay scattered here.
Crimson remnants of man's folly. Okay, we got a checkpoint and a waypoint, so we can now travel here directly. Okay. So now, we're here. Let me just take a quick look again at the map. This place is monster level 5. Yeah, we found, the Bramblegast, the purple bramble that grows out the woods moves on its own, Ariadne Forgotten Witch, the Witch Hut, and the Rust King. A towering construct can form from them. Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay. And I am currently level 6, so we're slightly above that. Contrast that with the butcher fights in the later games, which the fights are glorious to watch and boring to play. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That very much gets at how Blizzard lost the way. They have gotten very cinematic. What the heck? Bloom Serpent. Okay. These are
Fury.
New enemy type, and we're dealing with poison. Ancient Ezamites. the heck out of there. Thank you. Archer, draw. Oh, you guys didn't die. You just got frozen. Okay. Oh, you're blue. That's why you're so freaking dangerous. Okay. Yes, you are rare class. And you're not rare. You're uncommons. But at the moment, uncommons. I'm level 6. Uncommons are, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. But Hunter, whether boring to watch but terrifying to play, makes sense as a design goal these days when being on the other end of a stream is such a substantial part of the game's experience. Oh, and no, this game has creepy ass enemies. That's actually this game and and the original. Okay. I'm still kind of learning my techniques for managing this environment.
I need more money.
That was not the button I meant to be pressing, but it worked. You do damage. Oh, again, you're like named ability guys. Okay, this place is tough. They're generating their own Vespine gas, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this level is quite tricky. Okay. But we've found ourselves a waypoint, which means and we haven't done much in this zone. I'm going back to town. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, my health pool flashing between green and red. Yeah. All right. Back to the Clearfell encampment. Aha, yep. Dying in an area will send you back to your most recent checkpoint, respawning all enemies. Okay. Alright, so we can tag in at the well, which refills everything. And we can go see...
Tired of the slaughter yet?
New dialogue.
As an esteemed member of no clan at all, I had the distinct honor of wandering through the lovely sights of all 4 seasons. Summer heat, winter chill, take your pick. For company, it was my pleasure to sup with the outlaws, the deranged, and the unwanted. It's simply unthinkable that I never met a nice girl to settle down with, isn't it? It won't be like this forever. I'm gonna build my palace someday. Been planning it since I was small and found myself on my own. Imagine with me, if you will, a vast span of wood above you in the trees. That's the foundation you're looking at. You ascend a tremendous spiral staircase around an ancient trunk and find yourself approaching a treehouse worthy of the first ones. Dozens of lavish bedrooms, two stocked kitchens, tall spires, a tower that looks out over all of Ogham, and half a Farrell for good measure. Isn't it glorious? That's where I really live. This cold, damp, hungry world is just an illusion.
Okay. Yeah, the introduction of the butcher in Diablo 1. You simply wander into the wrong room and hear, fresh meat. Versus the WWE wrestling intro the butcher gets in Diablo 4. Yeah, I mean, some games can get a little,
Bye then.
laden with their own import sometimes. Okay, let's see. We have
The
Agnar.
great sword Agnar is currently in Count Geonor's possession. But the mighty runed blade was not always his to wield.
Okay.
It is an ancient weapon of the old magics, inspired by the great wolf himself. Legend says it was forged and runed for the original clan leader so he might lead his people to a new, safer land. This brought them to Farrell, where they founded Ogham. Ever since, Agnar was passed down to the leader of the strongest clan. When the
Sure.
position of Count was established in Ogham, the sword was bound to the roll. But now, Gianor sullies his remarkable history with his misdeeds. I hope I will live to see the day when someone worthy takes up the sword once more.
Okay, so they've made a they've made the magic blade a political tool, and the guy who's currently got it is an asshole.
He wears an eloquent mask of words. I doubt anyone here has seen what lies beneath. For many summers, I watched him cut smooth circles around the village square, moving from partner to partner, as if he was attending one of those famed eternal masquerades. Always masked. Always pretending to be something he wasn't. Never serious. It's a shame, because when a masquerade ends, everybody that is real goes home. But he'll still be dancing, masked and alone.
And the
The
Grellwood.
first ones ran wild through the Grellwood of old, hunting and brawling as they saw fit. It is said that the spirits of the forest would watch them and be entertained. Over time, the forest became abundant with the joys of those spirits and their old magics.
Okay.
It was a haven for the unity of life and spirit. That place of beauty has now become shadowed and deadly. The curse upon this land has made the known paths of the Grellwood twisted and treacherous. So much so that we can no longer even reach our home.
All right, so yeah, there's a curse on this land. It's still unclear what the nature of said curse is, but you know. All right, buy or
I've
sell
collected these
items.
over time. What do you think?
Start.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, I think giving to the right person might be. Oh, my other enchanted thing that's 47. That's one of the better numbers we've seen. Okay.
Stay safe.
What happens if I try?
How can I help?
You know, some
That
stuff to
place
say about
used
the
to be a
Grellwood.
kind and warm wood. I even played there when I was young. It's a dark well now, with no way out for most. I'd go with you, but I got people to protect here.
Okay.
Anything take your fancy?
So, like, this guy will sell a crossbow. So, yeah, we have like, this tense crossbow.
Deal.
Okay, let's see. Superior tattered robe. I don't know if that's the kind of thing he sells, but let's find out. Yep. Rough Reeves, the wrong type of armor. for
Might
me.
make good scrap.
Rusted Great Helm. When I have a shabby hood. Okay, yeah, 47 still for him. Okay. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and give him a bunch of
That'll
things.
be useful.
All right. So, there we go. We've tossed some things to him now. Right. We get that shabby hood is better than what I've got, but that's not what I need. I don't need extra maximum mana and intelligence. I don't need... I mean, okay, maximum mana is not bad, but intelligence is not really my skill. Let's see. I have my crude bows. We have a heavy crude bow skill. Oh. I have a crude bow of skill, which gives me 5% increased attack speed. This is a heavy crude bow of skill, which does that, but also has 44% increased physical damage, which takes its damage from 6 to 9 to 9 to 13. That's actually... Oh, hang on here. Wait, that's the Hermit Guard. This is Quilted Vest of the Mongoose. Plus 15 evasion rating and 8 to dex. Yes, okay. We're buying that.
That'll keep you alive.
And we're going to sell the Superior Hermit Garb. We're going to put that on ourselves. Okay. Good. We're focusing in... We're focusing in on our evasion. And things that up dex are good for us in general. Okay, and yeah, this heavy crude bow of skill. Well, I can't afford that now because we just spent everything on the other. That's fine. Okay. So now, yeah, my inventory is basically clear. We'll
If
go
you
ahead
find
and
a find out there,
toss
to
this.
bring it back.
If I find a what out there? Oh, he didn't say. Okay. I do have one thing that upgrades a normal item to a magic item. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Shabby Hood. Okay, Shabby Hood of the Newt. Life regen. Beautiful. Life regen is absolutely a thing we want. And then, I'm going to use one of the Orbs of Og here to see. And 11 maximum mana. Okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, 'cause things can have two, up to 2 modifiers. And so now we're getting things up to 2 modifiers. Let's also, you know, let's see what happens. Let's take our bow skill up. Oh, hey, now it's a heavy crude bow skill for the... That's what I was going to buy. Now it is one of those. Not quite as good as the other one. Didn't roll quite as well, but you know what? I'll take it. 40% instead of 44. Ooh. Okay. We would like to get our hands on some more appropriate hand armor, but you know what? I think we're pretty good here. Let's go ahead and head back to, you know, let's see if we can actually deal with the, that mud monster now. Like, yeah. We've been down in the ground there, so now we should now be a little bit over-leveled for this zone. Let's see what changes.
I shall overcome.
Okay. I'll take a flask. Want to check if we can still do the flask trade-up thing in this game. In the previous one, if you turned in 3 flasks at a given level, you get a flask at the next level, which is kind of helpful. Let's see. Oh, that is much better. Now the cloud actually just takes them down. That is, yeah, getting that stronger bow was very helpful. Okay, we are doing so much better now. You lived. You're a checkpoint. You're a mud burrow. Okay, we're going into the mud burrow again. Okay, here we go. Into the burrow.
In my sights.
Yeah, it's that thing of, you know, talking about the original Diablo. It's, you know, what is a game for? And I think a lot of folks, particularly who came through it, there's this period in the 90s when everyone's obsessed with making games movie-like, and I think games are games. Games are for the experience. They're not. It's not actually about obsessing over the stories they can tell or that stuff. It's about what is it like to play this game. And I mean, stories are good. I like stories. But the moment-to-moment play of the game needs to matter. Needs to feel good. Oh, that's why you are. Bloodstone Path of Exile. You're chaos resistant. I'm not super worried about chaos resistance. I don't have the ability to do anything with chaos. But, okay, so here we go. We got this big room here, but I'm not seeing anything that tells me that it's a dangerous room. Yeah, it turns out the fact that I can now defeat things with 1 or 2 shots instead of a lot is something of a major change. Wooden blocker. Okay. Hey, Mud Sim. Gelid staff. Ooh, freezing thing. And a magical shabby hood. Hang on. Let's see what this shabby hood does. Shabby hood of the seal, cold resistance. We'll see what happens with that. If I might put that on to go deal with that witch. Because...
Thunderous shot!
Hi. Hello, you. Look, skeletons. I'm well aware you don't have any flesh for my arrows to pierce, and yet this is working. So, you know, we're just going to assume that my arrows are hitting real hard. Okay? Great. Yeah, my character is remarkably competent with a bow at point-blank range, which is... you know, for the best for cinematic fighting. Because otherwise, yeah. Otherwise it'd be very hard to play a solo archer. Okay, so, you know, we're digging through the ground. We got our flesh larva. Oh, there's a checkpoint over here. Cool. We like finding checkpoints. They mean we're near things. Yeah, it'd be a lot less fun if you had to keep running away just to get a shot off. I mean, I want to keep running away anyway, but the running away I want to do is more of the flavor of, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Not of the, oh, okay, that's the nest. We found it. I mean... okay. Sure. Here we go. Yep, we're nowhere near the next level. So... here we go. We're running into the vile nest.
Storming arrow!
A bit better than before. That's gross. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, and the tail is still extant and crashing. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We'll take these things to sell them, even though I don't think any of them are what we need. Yeah, that's this. They've definitely preserved one thing from the other game, which is just because something's dead doesn't mean the fight's over. Yeah. File hunter, don't stand where it's going to come up underground. Oh yeah, no, that is one of the key things you have to do is don't be in its radius. One of the things that I find interesting about this game in general is that they have been generally that mechanic of everything being very positional was in the other game before as well, but it didn't really show up until the midpoint of the game. Prior to the
Storming
midpoint,
arrow.
you kind of didn't need to worry so much about where things were, but in this game, we're doing it from the very start. Hey, thank you for the sub, 6-7. Yeah, if anybody, and you know, that is a good reminder. I am a valid place to put your Prime subs. At some point, I should even, you know, make some icons and things that people get. You know. Oh, hey, you. Okay. So again, for folks, by the way, who are joining, normally, this is a Friday, so normally I'd be doing a code stream today. Normally Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays I program, but I'm on vacation. I'm like, after doing all of the code streams of, Suede Bracers. Evasion Bracers! I've got Evasion Bracers. Excellent. But yeah, after doing all the code streams of the previous, the previous month for Advent to Code, I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to go back to my main project yet, but I also don't want to do any more Advent to Code because there's only one problem left, and I have just been getting completely demolished by it. So I decided I was going to play this game instead for the very first time. Level 6. Okay. I think we've done pretty well. Let's go ahead. We got a map. We can get out of here. We can tag the checkpoint and then use it to travel to find... There's our entrance. The checkpoint's back by here. Alright, let's leave. Clearfell. Okay, here we go. And then we can leave the Mud Burrow, head back to town. And... Yep. For here. Alright, Renly wants to chat with us about having done that, so let's go chat with Renly about that.
Ah, finally! Took down the Devourer, did you? Oh, that's incredible! This is the first real success we've had against the darkness. We can breathe a bit easier now, perhaps even go out and gather food. Now, this won't cover our debt to you, not nearly. But take it as thanks.
We could eat. Select one reward. An uncut support gem. Yes. Okay. So first things first here. We're cutting the support gem. Okay. So, support I could do for my bow shot. We could envenom. We can add a lightning infusion, or if I go to lightning arrow. I see. Each of the different things has different stuff we could support it with. Okay. Intriguing. So, I can make my basic shot. Let's see. So we can make my lightning arrows chain more, or pierce more, or scatter shot. Aha. Fires extra projectiles, lowers the attack and cast speed of them. Thanks, Onic Vassal. Let's enjoy your evening, and yeah, hope you have a good evening, and thanks for the luck on the adventure. Okay, so what we can do here, scatter shot is the kind of thing I'm using on my main on the other game. Okay. Fire extra projectiles and lowers the attack and cast speed, but also lessens their damage. Lightning arrow is basically what I use in crowds. So escape shot, deep freeze, its freeze lasts longer. Expanse can't be socketed here. Okay. And Frost Nexus creates chilled ground when they freeze an enemy. I'm not worried about that. Oh, are these? That's show recommended. Aha. Okay, so it's showing the recommended gems for stuff here. I see. So yeah, we've got that turned on right now, so it's showing me kind of the stuff that's recommended for this skill. That makes sense. Then over here on Lightning Rod, we have acceleration, which makes no. Actually, I don't use Lightning Rod a ton, so I mean, honestly. Physical damage can... Oh, this is a different set of recommendations than last week. We tagged the recommendations out. Yeah. Pin. Okay. Any skill that hits enemies, its physical damage can pin enemies. What does pin do? Hold Alt. Pinning. Once they are pinned, preventing them moving or being moved for 4 seconds, you count as immobilized while pinned. So basically, I could make it so my basic bow thing builds up pinning instead of stunning. So with stun... Okay. Interrupts their current action, prevents them taking another action for a short time. Okay. Stun... Pin lets you into their bank account. No, that was all caps. Okay, so basically... Stunning locks them out of actions. Pinning locks them where they are. Okay. Recommended things. Can I make the escape shot pin? Though I guess it does less damage. That's maybe not the best plan here. Okay. So we have lots of things that we can do with support. And right, it'll tell me which ones I can and can't use on here. So like... concentrated area of effect deals more damage, but less area of effect. That's definitely not what I want. Bursting Plague. Poison enemies gain plague over time and explode in a plague burst on death. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Slows down projectiles. I don't think I want to do that. Support skills that hit enemies, making them more effective at freezing enemies. If I put this on, like, the escape shot, it would be better at freezing things. I kind of like that. So yeah, if I engrave that for my escape shot, yes. So there we are. Now we have glaciation. So that makes it cost 120%, so it's now a little bit more expensive to use. But it now freezes faster. And since I was generally having to hit things twice to freeze them, hopefully that will help. And that's my maximum number of int support gems, which is fine. I don't use int. Int is not what this class does. We're going to be using mostly dex support gems. Okay, so there we go with that. Now, let's take a look at our inventory here. Okay. I have this Shabby Hood of the Seal. I'm going to hang on to that for cold. We have these Suede Bracers. We're going to replace the stocky mitts with because they are the correct class. Okay. Oh, I also have a level 2 uncut skill gem. Creates a skill gem or levels an existing gem to level 2. Okay. Aha. I think it would probably be best to level one of my current ones here. So slightly change the cost of that. Change the requirements. Okay. And it adds 5% more damage to it. Lightning Arrow would go up by 1. It would change its requirements a bit. Its attack damage would get better. Or Lightning Rod. No, we're going to take Lightning Arrow up. Alright, we've upgraded our Lightning Arrow. It's now a level 2 Lightning Arrow. But yeah, our basic bow shot is still our best attack. DPS 20. Lightning Arrow is DPS 14, but it does groups, which is, I think, the key thing that we've got here. So I kind of swap back and forth between those two. When I use the bow shot when I know what enemy I'm fighting, but if I'm taking down a crowd, we use Lightning Arrow, and if I'm in trouble with a crowd, we go to Escape Shot. Okay. So let's see now here. Back to my inventory. Want to keep that. We're going to sell this. Yeah, everything else here we sell. So let's go over here. Let's talk to Una.
Sorry.
Oh, the Devourer.
The Devourer is just another victim of the sickness infecting our precious land. Many of Ogham's beasts are fearsome and dangerous, but not like this. The infection in the soil, water, and air is changing them. All of them. It is sad to see such a great creature slain, but it was no longer what it once was. I suppose it had to be done. Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming. I will treasure it.
Okay, we've sold that stuff off there. Still not doing great on cash. But let's go ahead
Stay safe.
to the stash with
if you
these.
can.
And hang on to the Scrolls of Wisdom. We'll be using those to do things. And we're going to hang on to this in case we want to go deal with that cold resistance. But I currently like this helmet, which gives me some extra life regen. Okay. So, now, we've got some quests. Alright. Though, I've also been streaming for 3 hours. That's, yeah, I might, probably not going to keep going for too much longer. Let's take a quick look at where we're at here. So yeah, we're in Act 1, we're here. We've done Clearfell, we've dealt with the Mud Burrow. Let's see if we can take out Bear of the Rotten Pack, because we do have that little extra bonus monster there. So let's, that was the other one that we really couldn't do much about. And then I think that's probably going to be the last thing I do here. So she's here in this Clearfell area. We're going to go back to Clearfell. And let's go wandering around. And yeah, we weren't gone for long enough to keep it from doing a thing, so yeah. Don't let her do that to me. Okay. Yes, and now one of them does enough to freeze on the first shot. Now that we wanted to see. Okay, so stuff's going a little bit better this time. Excuse me, that fire was, extremely dangerous. Okay. Okay. There's Farah's, little dialogue-y thing happening here. That's just a rat. Oh, Bear is also an ice monster, isn't she? So I should probably change hats. So actually, hang on here first of all. Oh, that tattered robe, is that? That's not what I use. Okay, yeah, I'm now able to one-hit these instead of multi-hitting them. Yeah, we've had a fairly substantial change in how much damage I can do. Okay. So let's take a quick look here. That's up my cold. No, I think I'm gonna keep the life regen on me. Okay. Unless the cold really does start causing me trouble. Okay, you know, let's look at these pots, see what we can get. Okay. We're just gonna make sure. Oh, nope. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Let's not be on fire. Okay, don't be on fire. That's one of the first rules. Don't be on fire. One of the second rules is we work around the boss arena, because since these boss arenas are situated in the world, if I dodge out of the boss arena, I could dodge into an encounter that's in the world. down. In particular, I do not want to dodge into one of those hag encounters, because that is an enormous amount of damage. You're not on fire. Don't not be on fire. Okay. One of the things I do appreciate here is that even though a number of those tried to get attacks off on me, my evasion is now getting high enough. None of them actually hit me. Which is how this class works, or how this strategy is supposed to be played. Okay, we got this. We're going to go tag back over to that checkpoint, and that's where we're going to begin the fight from. And welcome to the Frostblood ritual.
Storming arrow.
Just maintain focused fire. Okay. And the head of the Winter Wolf. That's a quest item. Grants +10 to cold resistance, or I could right-click to crush it, undoing the Crone's Curse. Find out what's going on there. And some boots. My current boots are runner's rawhide boots. What kind of boots are these? Rawhide boots of the seal. Improve my cold resistance. Heh. Okay. This is a quest item. It grants +10 to cold resistance. Or I could right-click to crush it, undoing the Crone's Curse. I don't know what that means. I mean, honestly, hang on. Do I wear it? No, I guess because I have it, it's giving me extra cold resistance. Let me just see here. Let's look at my character. No, I have no cold resistance. Okay, if I want to inspect that. It cannot be sold or stashed, but can be discarded. Discarded quest items can be regained from the original source. Okay. I guess I'll get that +10 cold resistance when I do it? Let's see. Yes, I received +10 to cold resistance. Okay, curse has been broken. And you know, some extra cold resistance is probably good, given we had that other cold enemy. I like resistances.
Nowhere to run.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very different game than Path of Exile. And I'm kind of glad about that, in that sense that, like, Path of Exile is still a perfectly playable game. There is no reason to not play Path of Exile. This is a different game. It's also pretty fun. It's got its own aesthetics. There have been a lot of negative reviews of this game, and I think people who wanted this to be Path of Exile, but more so, or something, I don't know. But this is a good game. It's a different game.
That would only slow me down.
I'm not sure which I'm going to play more of. I mean, I definitely, I want to get to end game on Path of Exile 1. I'm probably going to play through both of them to get through their whole plots, because I actually like the lore and the plot and the story in the other one, and this adds more lore to that world. So, yeah. Dodge rolling can be done during almost any other action. That's good of the game to tell me that. Okay. So let's just go ahead.
thin
Buy or
makes
sell
fun of my
items.
collection, but I think it's charming.
Sell.
It's beautiful.
Sell.
I accept.
Sell. And these rough greaves, those are armor boots. Nope. Okay. And we'll hang on to those for now. And 500 gold. Alright, then... Right, disenchanting items lets me basically turn them into the things that let me turn my other items better. So that's also helpful here. Go ahead and stash these. And... Actually, I want to just check one more thing. I have 3 lesser mana flasks. If I take some lesser mana flasks over... Oh, actually, wait, no, right, it's not a trade, it's a sale. So no, that probably won't work. In the other game, you sell 3 of them at a time, and they turn into higher level flask, but they don't sell me back other items here, so we'll see what I'm going to do with my flasks. I'm quite possibly going to get rid of them and or enchant them, but we will see. But for now, I think this has been pretty cool. Let's see, yeah, we got our kind of crappy gear there. This has been a fun game, and yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Actually, you know what? Before I completely cut off stream here, since folks have been curious how this compares to Path of Exile, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just drop in briefly to Path of Exile. So let's go ahead. We'll close this. Escape. Exit Path of Exile, and I'll go into Path of Exile 1 here. Now, obviously, this won't be exactly the same because Path of Exile is, I'm level 50 here. And I'm not going to bother resetting. I normally play this one full screen, and I'm not going to reset it for stream screens. I'm only going to be here a moment. But, so here we go. Yeah, level 58. I'm already in my Ascension class here, so play. So this is going to be kind of a different vibe. And here, I'm just going to adjust one thing in game capture. Hang on. Transform, edit transform. Oh, no, not scale to inner bounds. No. Scale to inner bounds. Oh, position alignment. No, that should be top left. Right. Alignment in bounding box should be top center. That's the one we wanted. Okay. So there we go. So we're in a zone here. Let's go to where am I going? Yeah. Grab ourselves a waypoint, and so yeah, the map is a bit more schematic. Let's go to like something that will be a decent but not. Yeah, let's go to the ridge. So okay. Reminding myself where my buttons are. So you can see it's basically we've got kind of similar. So a bunch of my mana is reserved, being used to put a pair of auras on me, and I've got my little golem that follows me around. And now as we kind of wander in here. So this is a bit more of, see, stuff is kind of dropping a bit more constantly here. And, so the mechanisms by which stuff is doing things. So for one thing, every time I shoot with either my 2 primary skills, this little mirage dude pops out if I hit something, and then it sticks around for a little while being the thing. Ah, Fleet Freak. This is a named monster. Giant wheel jerk here. Need to remember which flasks are on which keys around here. I need to get my, right. Using the wrong flask because I'm using the key from the other game. Okay, we just used a teleport arrow there. Okay, and there we are. So, it's kind of a different, it's got a little bit more of the Diablo clicking on heads energy. Dodging is a lot less important. I mean, I'm currently further in the game here, and I've got a lot less don't be there and a lot more just soak it. And that gold I'm getting doesn't matter as much. It's actually only used for one sort of sub-mechanic that is this season's mechanic. Normally this game doesn't even have gold. Well, though they might introduce it, because a lot of the time the season mechanics do stick around sometimes. And so we're just kind of running around and doing stuff. But I guess probably the big difference is you saw how the skills were working in the other one. But here, if I go to my inventory, all of my items have gems slotted on them, and linked ones affect each other. So like here, I built something. We have my lightning arrow and my split arrow, which are the two main attacks I use, and then they're both supported by that Mirage Archer and also Greater Volley. So basically they fire extra projectiles, and whenever I use them and I hit something, that guy pops up and starts using that same skill again for a bit. These boots don't suck. Let's see. How do they compare? So no, they're not as powerful as my current ones, so yeah, they're going to get sold. But you can see here we have 5 flasks. I've got 2 life flasks, 2 mana flasks, and a flask that gives me evasion. I could put these in any way we want, but that's the build out I have. Again, I'm also using a bow and a quiver here. So I'm aiming for a very similar build in this game to the one I was playing, or in the other game, to the one I'm playing in this game. But I feel like that ability to kind of chain things together, like I've had better bows, but I really cannot afford any bow that doesn't have 4 linked green or better, because that 4 linked green is my primary attack, so I need to keep it on my bow. Oh, you. Go away. Hang on. And while the inventory is open, anything you pick up, you can expect you are managing manually. So yeah, this is what Path of Exile 1 is sort of like. I mean, you know, I am not a thing. And oh, actually, I can show you the other thing we can show you here is let's go menu and where are we here? The passive tree. So this is the passive tree for this game. So because I got my Ascension class, I have this little sub tree as well right here. What I've gone in for is this thing, which is basically if I hit an enemy, I taunt it, which since I normally play multiplayer. And this is what a not especially efficient build looks like. I kind of came from here, I went this way. I mean, expert players are going to be trying to make it all one big line with just a couple of little offshoots like this. Like this part of the build is a little bit more than that. But, so we're choosing to pass through. I'm kind of aiming towards this other class a bit as well, because I'm technically, I'm a duelist, which is not the bow class. The ranger's over here. I'm the class that is sort of between the ranger and the, whatever the heck, and sort of the warrior. So I'm on the dex strength build, but I'm aiming more towards the dexy part of it. But again, you can see this game also has an enormous skill tree. You know, Kai's character that he plays is centered up here, so we see completely different parts of the tree, because he's playing with this bit of the tree up here, and I'm playing with this bit of the tree down here. And like right now I'm aimed, like I came through, got this evasion stuff, and now I'm aiming, I want this thing, which is going to give me extra bonus projectile damage, then I can come down to here and get some extra bow stuff here. So I'm aiming for these clusters that have the stuff I want. But like if we search for bow, we can see like glowing, there's a bow cluster, there's a bow cluster. But like, and some of them I've already tagged, but like there are bow clusters kind of in different places all over the map. It's a really interesting representation of a skill tree. You like the notion of being a bit of a random walk between clustered locations representing different classes. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is you're free to do a lot. The other big thing here is each one of these costs a point, and I believe the maximum number of points you can get right now is like 120 something. So you cannot get all these skills. So, you know, and in fact, like I had to get this dexterity to fix a problem I made at one point, so I'm probably at some point going to refund this pair and go get stuff like that from a different spot in the tree, so that I can also use them to push further out. But yeah, so this is kind of, this sort of walk is, and people discuss builds constantly, so you're kind of balancing this set of different systems. You're balancing what you do on the skill tree with what you do on your gems and how you level them up and how you connect them together, with what enchantments you get on your gear. So it's this just very complex multivariate system, and that's kind of the vibe of this style of game. So yeah. And with that, now you've seen this game, and I think yeah, this is where I will I'll wrap things up. So yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. Again, if you do end up playing this game, feel free, like, if other folks play it, feel free to let me know. I can always create a channel for it in the Discord. And I will see you all in the future. I'm going to probably play a little bit more of this game off stream and then head on off for the evening. Thank you all for being here, and it's been a pleasure. Catch you all later. Bye for now, friends.